Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back. Whether or not this is actually going to be working or not, I don't know. Weren't meant to be streaming today, but we are. So, hashtag here we go. Right, so we have a corner. We've gone short. Rashford, back to Bruno. Can you put it in the box, Bruno? No, he can't. So, the score is 1-0 at the moment. Manchester United are winning a game of football, which is fantastic. Scott McTominay scored. Fred with the assist. So, Fred is truly back and better than ever. The away team is Villa. So, let's put Villa in there. You guys really get to see the behind the scenes of these streams. As if you haven't seen them all before. Right. That's not going to update. Brilliant. Beautiful. Right, we don't need it. We don't need it. Right. Well, I think we're all set up. Oh, Villa nearly just equalised. That's not ideal. So yeah, I wasn't going to stream today. Girlfriend's birthday. So went for a meal and just ended up being free. And she was like, "Yeah, you can do it." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to watch the mighty Man United beat Aston Villa." But Amy Buendia then were a great run and shot it, fired it across, and Danny Ings sliding in, just couldn't reach it. But so far in this game, I'm trying to work out what formation it is really. Is it the 4-2-2? Or is it like a 4-2-3-1? Dalot tried to get the cross in there, but can't. But wins a throw-in. So, of course, the lineup for United is thus. So, it's David De Gea in goal. It's a back four of Dalot, Lindelof, Varane and Shaw. McTominay and Fred are the midfield double pivot with Bruno, Rashford, Greenwood and Cavani. Again, I'm just trying to work out where everyone is playing. It seems certainly that as if Rashford is, well, it seems certainly like Greenwood is out on the right. Cavani's certainly up top. I think it's a 4-2-3-1. Or, potentially, it could be Bruno and Cavani as a front two. Here is Rashford. Goes for goal. Konsa or Cavani. One of the two headed it on. And it's out for a goal kick. So it must have been Cavani. I think Bruno might be playing in that second striker role. But we'll fix it here. So Greenwood's there. Rashford's certainly out on that left-hand side. Is Bruno playing there? Or is he playing there? I'm going to put it like this for the time being. But obviously, if needs be, we can bring Bruno back out as a striker alongside Cavani. Turn that off. I don't have my headphones. It's not ideal. We move anyway. We move without them. Well, I should say my earphones, not headphones. Like, where is my headphones? I'm all over the place so far. This is where you have to. This is where you actually plan to do streams. But we're 1-0 up, and I'm taking that. Varane goes into Rashford, loses the ball. John McGinn back into, I think that is that Matty Cash bombing forward, puts the cross in. No one there, and it runs out for a goal kick, which Dallo will just collect and give back to David De Gea. So far, so good. I'm just going to try and create a bit of desk space. We'll see that header again from McTominay. It's a great ball in by Fred. It really, really is. And Amy Martinez will probably feel as if he could have done better there, really. But I don't give a shit. Man United are winning. Manchester United are back. And here comes Villa. Ollie Watkins gives it into Emi Buendia. McTominay or Fred. Well, McTominay and Fred deal with it. Here is Rashford now on this left-hand side. Bruno Fernandes is there with the overlap. But he's... I don't know what he did, really. McTominay into Fred. Moves it into... Well, it was Shaw, sorry, not McTominay originally. McTominay does well, though, and finds Lindelof. Moves it into Diogo Dalot. Dalot out to Greenwood, back to Dalot. United now just playing a bit of keep ball. And look, while we haven't seen what Ralph Rangnick is really going to try and do with this team, it's not been a bad start for Manchester United. Is this all working? Please say it is. No. Fan Sabidozi. Right. Yeah, everything's up running as it should be, which is good. Right, here comes Ollie Watkins. Doing well. Good tackle by Fred. John McGinn. He looks to line one up. Does! Great save, De Gea. Forces Danny Ings. But who was offside? It's a good save by De Gea. We'll have to have another look, see how good of a save it really was. But it looked like a good... It looked like a good save. So John McGinn lined one up. Edge of the box. Danny Ings was miles off. It was a good save. You don't expect to be beaten by that. You expect your keeper to save it, but it is still a good save. It's one of those. He watches it, gets a strong hand to it. Here's Rashford out on this left-hand side, up against Matty Cash. Elects to come back in field. Hello, hi mate. How are we doing? Bruno finds Fred. Fred back out to McTominay, to Shaw. Sorry, finds Rashford. Beats Matty Cash. Can he get the cross into the box? No, he cuts in. And Douglas Luiz wins the ball. What news have you got? And what about? Yes. What's the news on Rudiger? He ain't gonna cut it. If it's that he's coming to United, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. In my opinion. I see if Rudiger leaves Chelsea, I think he goes Madrid. They're the ones that are rumoured to be massively in for him, innit? But I don't think Rudiger should leave Chelsea. Or if he does leave, they do leave Chelsea, I think he has to go to a team that will play a back three. Because I don't think Rudiger is good enough to be as a two. I don't think he's a back two centre back. I think he's like, you wouldn't play Cesar Azpilicueta as part of a back four, would you? I think Rudiger's the same. Like, he can play as part of a back two, but he shouldn't. De Gea, nice throw out to Diogo Dalot, who will just go back into Victor Lindelof. And United again will now look to try and play out from the back here. Lovely ball over the top looking for Rashford. Emi Martinez with a weird sort of clearance. He's sort of just outside his box, and he just heads it out for a throw-in. You'd imagine he could have just waited and let the ball come into his box and just catch it. Victor Lindelof moves it into Diego Dalot. I mean, look, what's everyone made of the game so far? Yeah, like I said, Rudiger, in my opinion, is not coming to United. I personally just don't see it happening. Rashford just gives it into Varane. Varane finds Shaw. Rashford holds it up well, but loses the ball. But Varane will pick it back up. And it's a lovely ball looking for Diego Dalot, who can't really bring it down. And here comes Villa. Ramsey finds Buendia, finds Luiz, and Villa now will just try and keep ball themselves, I suppose. But I mean, as the further this game moves on, I mean, I was going to say it looks more and more like the 4-2-3-1 that we've got on the screen. But at the same time, Bruno's always played very high for Manchester United. But obviously we've always known it has always been a 4-2-3-1 under Ollie. So I don't really know if it's just Bruno pushing high or if that's the actual role he's playing. It's a slice clearance by David De Gea and it's out for a throw-in. No, if Rudiger stays in the Prem, he'll stay at Chelsea. If Rudiger leaves Chelsea, he will go Real Madrid. I don't think Rudiger would be a very good signing either, particularly. I think he's a bit like, well, he's better than Bailly. If you combine Bailly and Maguire, I think that's probably what Rudiger is. But I think that's always that sort of player suits a free. Here comes Greenwood. Just tries to do too much. Mason Greenwood should just try and look up, try and spot the pass. And it's out for a goal kick to Villa. But yeah, I mean, look, would I take a Rudiger for the right price? Yeah. But he's not someone I would be targeting over other centre-backs that I think would probably do a better job in this Manchester United team. I mean, I would take Sven Botman from Lille. Obviously, I know Newcastle were heavily looking at him. I would take him as a centre-back. Who else? I mean, it'd be quite interesting to see maybe like a Koulibaly finally get his move away from Napoli, and to partner Varane. I think that might be quite interesting. Bruno with a nice ball out wide to Rashford. Poor first touch, but Luke Shaw will pick it up. Will gives it into Rashford. Looks for the ball over the top. Nothing comes of it, and Varane will just pick it up. Finds Marcus Rashford, who gives the ball away, but Fred again will pick it up. Rashford's still terrible. Rashford is still a bad footballer. That's what I've made from this game so far. McTominay a bit slow there. Could have moved the ball a little bit quicker for me, but he did all right. Lindelof will go a lovely ball out to Luke Shaw, who does take it down on his chest well. Moves it into Fred. Fred, can he find Rashford? He does. Rashford again, a poor pass. Just sending Fred slightly short, which leads to the turnover. And here is Ollie Watkins, Douglas Luiz, and here is Aston Villa in the counter-attack. Eric Ramsey? Jacob Ramsey, that's his name. Matthew Target now to deliver, but he doesn't. He goes into Ollie Watkins, who imagine will go out back to Douglas Luiz, who's just kind of sitting in that number 6 role. in this, what to me seems like a 4-1-2-1-2. So like a diamond. I mean, Buendia with a shot. De Gea claims well. Hello, pleb. How are we, mate? Go on, Bruno. Bruno. Pass the ball to Cavani. Cavani! Good save, Martinez. And Rashford, what's he doing? He's just letting McGinn have time. I mean, it's a good chance. Bruno played it into Cavani, who shot it. I don't know if Tyrone Mings gets something on it. I think he does. It's a good save and good defending in the end by Villa. But I feel like Edinson Cavani will feel as if he should have scored there. Bruno Fernandes will put the cross in. Easily dealt with. 2-0 United. Your prediction. It's not a bad prediction, to be fair. Right. I've got so many tabs open. I haven't even started the predictions. Obviously, I didn't do a preview for this game. I've just been really busy with uni work, so I haven't had time to do the preview, and especially because I wasn't planning on doing a watch along for this game either. I've just so happened to find the time to be able to do it. So here I am doing it. So like I said, I haven't actually thought about a prediction for this game. When the lineups came out, I thought we'd lose, and here comes Ollie Watkins. Awful mistake by Lindelof, and Watkins hits the bar, and David De Gea isn't very happy. Awful defending by Victor Lindelof, and De Gea. Does he save it? Does he push it onto the bar? All right, yeah. I thought when I saw the Lions, I thought we'd lose, and Villa certainly started to grow into this game. I mean, De Gea's had to make a couple good saves. Ollie Watkins should definitely score there, but we've taken the lead. We've got David De Gea, who maybe over the last 2 seasons, you'd say maybe he'd make a mistake or concede. But this season, if you're looking at it and to think, is he going to save us or cost us a goal? You're going to say he's going to save us. So in a way, I can see us keeping a clean sheet, plainly because of a brilliant performance by David De Gea. Here comes Matty Cash, puts the ball into the box. Target, Danny Ings. Ramsey! Just wide. And every time Aston Villa attack at the moment, they look like scoring. I'm going to go 2-1 United. Obviously, Pleb, you went. Oh, you've actually gone 2-1 as well. I mean, for anyone else in the chat, feel free to get your predictions in the live chat, and we'll get them written down. Let's see this chance here again. Oh, it was McTominay blocked it in the end. Actually, that saw it go wide. But Stevie, he'd be wanting to win, not only obviously because it's his team, Aston Villa, that are playing, but also just get one over the old rival in Manchester United. But there's a player down in the box for United. I think, is it Luke Shaw? Was it Diogo Dalot? I think it's Dalot down, which is not ideal. So, looks like Aaron Wan-Bissaka is gonna come on for Diogo Dalot. Well, he's getting his shirt on. Isn't ideal because from what I've seen, Dalot's had a fairly good start to this game. Bless me. So we'll see this chance again for Watkins. It's awful from Lindelof. Just simply far slower than Watkins. Varane was getting across, which kind of forced Watkins into the shot. But that's no excuse. He has to score there, Ollie Watkins. And look, it's one of those. It's definitely one of those chances where you look back on and you think, how the fuck have I not scored that? Especially if you lose the game. Especially if you lose the game. You can't let chances like that go to waste. Right. So Dalot's putting his boots back on. Wan-Bissaka he ain't coming on. Wan-Bissaka ain't coming on. Wan-Bissaka's put his training shirt back on. And he's gone and he's got his schnood on and he's gonna be alright on the bench. Ball comes in over the bar. How often do you go to Steams on match day? Well, hardly ever. Well, obviously, I'm a uni student, not in Manchester. A, don't have the cash to be going. B, Manchester's a big old trip. And C, oh, what's Cavani done there? Obviously, I do this. I watch all the games. I enjoy doing the watch longs. Obviously, I wish I could go to the actual games more. There's nothing's better than going to watch your team. Obviously, I went to watch West Ham Man United in the Premier League at the London Stadium because both my dad and my brothers are, well, my brother I should say, not brothers, are West Ham fans. So we went and watched that, which was quite good. But oh yeah, like I said, I wish I could go to more games, but unfortunately I just can't. Here comes Emi Buendia. Dalot with a good tackle. But I mean, before I did this, I used to go watch like what I would, well, yeah, what I would consider my local club in Peterborough United. I didn't live in Peterborough, but I lived near Peterborough. So I used to go watch them a fair bit. Like I said, I like to go to games. Rashford is dreadful, isn't he? He's just completely missed the ball. But yeah, I enjoy it, but don't do it as often as I would maybe like. Here's Lindelof. Dallo. Scott McTominay. Sure. Can we find the pass, Luke? Goes into Marcus Rashford. Turns out well. Cavani. To Diego Dallo. Dallo moves it out wide to Mason Greenwood. Greenwood cuts in. Puts the ball into the box. Well defended. Bruno Fernandes on the edge. Fernandes strikes. Matty Cash blocks it. It was destined for the bottom left-hand corner. But United, we still haven't been great today, but I think we've been better today than we have been in recent weeks. Here's Luke Shaw, goes for goal from range. Emi Martinez pushes it over. And it's a corner for United. Right. Can we? What are we saying? What are the chances that someone wins this header and we actually score from it? Considering we haven't scored a goal all season by it from corners, I'm going to say fairly slim, fairly slim shady. Luke Shaw's going to be the man to take it. What I will say though, I think we look a lot more comfortable in this 4-2-3-1 than we did in the 4-2-2. Or at least with Bruno Fernandes as the number 10 / second striker if it is the 4-2-2. But I think it is the 4-2-3-1. Like I said, if we go over to this screen, this is how it looks like it is, but quite easy at the same time could be that. Because Bruno Fernandes, that's what Bruno Fernandes does. He gets up real high alongside the striker. So, theoretically, it could be a 4-2-2. Right. Poor pass by Buendia. And here comes United. No, Douglas Luiz. Great defending there. Skips up in front of Bruno Fernandes to win the ball. And you see in this position right now, it's certainly why it looks like a 4-2-3-1. A clear three lines. A nice ball over the top, but Dallo does enough just to make sure it goes out for a goal kick, although it was slightly overhit regardless by Villa. And De Gea quickly takes it into Rafael Varane, who moves it into Luke Shaw. Shaw to Bruno Fernandes, looks for Rashford, who loses the ball so easy to Ezri Konsa. Here's Ramsey, does well and finds target. Dallo, good slide tackle to win the ball. But, I mean, it's quite interesting. You look at that bench today. Alanga, Ahmad and Lingard. So, again, Anthony Martial not involved whatsoever. And, look, when all the rumours are Ronaldo's not playing, this and that came out, I was really hopeful that Martial would play. But he's not. And look, it's almost certainly the end for Anthony Martial at United. I've said this for the last couple of games. If he's not making the squads on a game like this ahead of Lingard, Ahmad, Elanga, he's not going to play, is he? Which I do find very disappointing. Because I think he's more than good enough, not just to be in the squad, but playing over Rashford, over Greenwood. Here comes Cavani. Holds on to it. Finds Luke Shaw out on the left-hand side. He's made the run into the box now. Luke Shaw, it was a decent delivery, but Emi Martinez claimed it well. It weren't a bad ball into the box whatsoever there by Luke Shaw. Poor from Villa, and here comes Greenwood. Looks to beat Douglas Luiz, and somehow he does, and Rashford wins a free kick. Very, very messy there from Rashford and Greenwood. Very messy, but we somehow worked. Right, so Bruno and Rashford standing over it. If we're gonna shoot from here, I think it is a Rashford rain. I think it's a little bit too far out for Bruno. It's the type of range where the knuckleball technique of Marcus Rashford would be more beneficial. Although Rashford is off at free kick, so he shouldn't take it. But it will be Rashford straight into the wall. Here is Shaw. Finds Greenwood. Looks to deliver. Matthew Target does well. And Amy Brandir will just pluck it out of the sky. But Luke Shaw will steal it back. And put the ball into the box. Douglas Luiz. McTominay! Amy Martinez claims well. It was a good hit by McTominay that. On the volley, edge of the box. Score stays 1-0 United. My lord. It's a great hit by McTominay. It just falls so nicely to him. Clearly been watching Chris MD's latest video and thought, fuck it. I'm the cameraman and try to get it to the top corner. If you know, you know. Good interception there by Shaw. Greenwood, long crossfield ball, looking for Marcus Rashford. Can he get it down? No, Rashford! That there, for me, from Rashford, is the difference between a top-level player and someone who's not. But there, Rashford, first time, just knock it in behind where Bruno is making the run, and he's one-on-one. Martial does that. Cavani does that. Ronaldo, I think, does that. You look at the players in the world of football. Neymar does that. Mbappe, Messi, Iniesta, whoever does that. But Rashford doesn't. Bruno! It's a poor ball from Bruno. One of my dreams is to go watch a European match in the stadium. What, in United at Old Trafford? I also want to do that. In my life, I definitely will. In my life, I definitely will. Right. Fred. Can we find a goal just before half time? Greenwood. Poor pass. Varane, again, quality in there. Good interception. Finds Stallo. And Diego Dalot now with 2 minutes of this first half to go. Finds Rashford on this right-hand side. Dalot's there with the overlap. Just pass the ball back to him, Bruno. It's a really poor ball. But Fred will pick it back up. Finds Greenwood on the left-hand side. Into Bruno. Into Shaw. Shaw just wanting someone to really offer themselves in the box at the back post. But no one's doing that. Cavani was at the front. And Target just smashes it down the line. Lindelof looks to go along. Danny Ings with a good block. And a minute left of this first half to go. I don't imagine we'll see any more goals. United, at this point, yes, it'll be nice to get a second goal, but I think in these sort of points and in these sort of games where Aston Villa are realistically just as good as us, it's about half the time just thingy. Here comes Rashford. Fucking awful from Rashford. Just he takes an extra touch, which he doesn't need to take there. McTominay, so wasteful. United have to score there. It's not even going in either. I think he takes an extra touch he doesn't need to take, which takes him too narrow, and that's why he messes it up. And there's half time. I mean, obviously the pros are, of course, look, we've gone to half time, we're winning the game. I think, apart from that, I don't think there's loads and loads of pros from that first half of football. I don't think we've been clearly the better team at all. And that's disappointing. In the second half, I hope we step it up a little bit more. And we see the Manchester United that we know we can be. Does that make sense? But look, at the same time, we've had chances. We've certainly had chances. Like I said, Rashford there at the end of that first half has to score. It could be 3-0 and this game could have been over already. And that's kind of what we have to take from that first half. While we haven't been at our best, the best teams, and look, I've always said this, the best teams know how to win, how to create chances, even when they're not playing well. Man City over the years have shown that. Liverpool have as well. Chelsea as well in recent, in the last 6 to 12 months. United especially last season, showed we have that in our locker. But the issue with United doing it is it was every game. Every game we weren't playing well, but we were getting it over the line. And it's always been, if we can start playing well, then we'll start winning games, and we can see we've got the right attitude. So I'm not massively concerned, because like I said, we've shown even when we're not playing well, we get results. And I hope today that will be the same, really. Because I think Villa will come out in the second half better than they have been in that first. And they've been good. I think midfield-wise, we look a lot better with Bruno in there as well, alongside Fred and McTominay. Although Fred and McTominay not as good as they need to be, really. I mean, Well, there's two Scottish midfielders on that pitch. We've got the worst one. And let's not forget, Aston Villa have had chances. They had a corner they didn't take. Lindelof's awful first touch, where then Ollie Watkins hit the bar, has to score. And if them two chances go in, this game's completely different at half time. But at half time, 1-0 up, Rav has an opportunity to kind of fire the boys back up. Obviously, Gerrard has the same. I think we're in for a better second half than we did first. And I think the first half aren't too bad. You're going 5-1 to Villa in the second half. Yeah, I think that's totally unbiased, mate. Totally unbiased. You're a big fan of Man United, aren't you? You hate Aston Villa. But I mean, Villa football, if you're still here, what have you made of that first half from a Villa perspective? There's good play there by Watkins and Buendia with a tame shot. It wasn't a bad effort, but one amazing. Ooh. We're playing well, but need to finish our chances. Yeah, I would go along with that. What I would say, and look, I mean, you've been able to say this a lot about Manchester United this season. If you was to ask, someone that, well, we'll get rid of the shirt colours, get rid of the team names, get rid of the players. You showed them that game of football, and you said, who are the better team? And who is the worst team? And well, just things along that line. They wouldn't say, oh, one's Villa who would be happy to get, I don't know, top half, we'll say, for example, whereas and one's Manchester United who want to be competing for Premier League titles. It's been a very even game with both teams having a lot of chances that really the team should take. And here's that Cavani chance again. What is Rashford doing? Just letting John McGinn have all the time in the world to get that ball clear. It's so poor. Just where are the reactions and the instinct of a supposed striker? Really? Yes, I know he plays on the wing now. But he's supposed to be he was supposed to be a striker. Just no instinct of a striker there to get in and really close down the shot and follow up from Cavani's effort. But look, I'm quickly going to go get myself a glass of water, and I will be right back. Just before the second half gets kicked off. Look who's back. Back again. Guess who's back? I am back. Guess who's back? 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 Alright. But, right. So, before the second half gets underway, I want to speak about LFC. Liverpool. Now, I don't know if I can get the... I don't know if I'll be able to find the tweets. Right, here. Here we go. So... there you go. So... right, good. No sound off. So... Jurgen Klopp, in his press conference, basically said that obviously Premier teams do testing of COVID to make sure everyone's negative and are all jolly good before before games are played to stop other teams getting COVID. Liverpool reported that out of, I believe, 14 players tested positive for COVID, and out of that 14, 13 of them ended up being false positive. So basically, that means that they got tested and reported positive, and then in further testing, whether that's at home or whatever, I don't know how they can like specifically identify it. They found out turns out they were never positive. Basically meaning the test was wrong. And you've heard that right. 13. So this is from a Chelsea fan. The chance of a one positive false positive test is 0.05. 10 positive false positives is just a massive lie, and of course Liverpool will get away with it as per. Now, I've personally experienced having a false positive. It's happened to me. So I know they can happen. But the amount Liverpool had, it's just bollocks, isn't it? It's absolute bollocks. I don't know if I can find more. Well, I mean, here's another one. So, there's less than a 1 in 1,000 chance of a false positive. So, say Liverpool had the rumoured 7 COVID cases in the squad, and they were all false positive. The chances of this happening is 1 in a billion. Fucking bollocks. But the thing is that it won't be investigated. And that's the issue. And if it is investigated, regardless of what happens, nothing will happen. Like, oh, they get investigated. Oh, it's a they were lying. Oh, you have a 20k fine. Oh, that means so much to Liverpool. Obviously, investigation has to happen. That investigation can only end one way, as second half gets kicked off, and that is Liverpool have clearly lied about having positive cases, and they should be kicked out of the Carabao Cup, or at least, in my opinion, have a 3-0, have the first leg of that game end as a 3-0 defeat to Arsenal, going into the away leg. And whatever other games they miss because of them cases should all go down as a 3-0 defeat. Plus a fine, because it's an absolute fucking joke that Liverpool have used a global pandemic and something as serious as people's health as an excuse to not play a game when they're going to miss a few key players. It's an absolute joke. And I think it's actually, whoever thought of it, and obviously Jurgen Klopp would have played a big part in it. I have no doubt about that, especially with the amount of moaning he's done about player welfare. And, they're playing too many games. It's not fair that my players are going out on international duty and Burnley's aren't. There's no chance Klopp doesn't hasn't played a part in this, and I think if it's proven that he has, he should be fined. I mean, I think it's sick that someone who has claimed to care so much about this virus, obviously lost his mum to it, then to use it as an excuse not to play is sick. But at the same time, here comes Edinson Cavani. It's a crap ball out to Bruno, really. But Bruno gets into the box. Rashford wins a corner. All is well. Right, so it's a corner here for United. If you are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. We've just surpassed 300 subs recently, and obviously all your support is greatly appreciated. And that corner from Bruno comes to nothing, and Dalot gets the ball out to Mason Greenwood. A slip there. Greenwood will go for goal. It's so poor from Greenwood. So poor. Get the ball down and under and get the ball into the box. Give your strikers something to attack. That is why Greenwood is not a winger. Why Rashford isn't good enough. I give Greenwood the benefit of the doubt because he's always been a striker, and long term, he will be a striker. Rashford, his position is left winger, and he's not creative in the slightest. And look at that, it's a poor ball from Rashford. It's a good idea there from Rashford, but it's a poor ball. And it's just... You as a winger, you've got... Well, look, you obviously want to have that goal-scoring threat in you. You look at some of the best left wingers in the world at the moment. Or the right wingers. You've got Lionel Messi, Di Maria... Neymar, Mbappe obviously at a point. Looking back in history, Ribery, Robin, Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, for a period of time. These players have all had a very good goal scoring record, particularly players like Salah, Bale, Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. But they've also been very creative. Or those who aren't as creative, maybe like Cristiano Ronaldo when he was on the left wing wasn't as creative. Maybe Mohamed Salah to a certain extent. But they've been so good that their ability just to score goals has made it all right. Rashford isn't that, and neither is Greenwood. So to be a top winger, you've got to have that creative side. And here comes Villa! 1-0. What's happened here? Danny Ings has put the ball in the back of the net. What the fuck has happened here? And look, I'll have to see this goal again. It's not looking great. So John McGinn put the ball in. So the ball was headed across. I mean, surely that can't count. I don't think that can count. I think Ramsey, who's in an offside position, fouls Cavani. Ramsey heads it across. And De Gea and Watkins misses it. Steven Gerrard don't even look like it was. I mean, it was a mess defensively. But is there not a foul there on Cavani? Well, looks at VAR are reviewing it. I guess what they're looking at is there a handball in it, which there doesn't look like there is. And does Ollie Watkins get a touch? I don't think he does. I don't think Watkins get a touch here. I don't think that's offside, but I think, well, I looked at goal stands, but I think Cavani is fouled by a player who is in an offside position, so the goal shouldn't count. So the referee's been asked to go look at the monitor to check the goal. So they'll start from the ball in with showing Ramsey in an offside position, takes out Cavani, and that's all the referee wants to see. The score does remain 1-0. And look, I think it's the right call. I don't think there's an offside through Watkins. But, well, here comes Rashford driving down the middle. Just a poor touch again. Just not very good, Rashford. He needs to be taken off. Right, Varane goes across, cross looking for Dallo. Poor ball out. Varchester United back to their old ways. It's good to have a goal line decision actually go our way for once, to be honest. Concert, McGinn looks for the ball into mid. McTominay wins it. Douglas Luiz. Buendia. Luiz. McGinn. And Matty Cash, can he get forward? No. I do think it's weird how Villa played this 4-1-2-1-2. I mean, I don't know if that's going to have updated. No, it has not. Is who scored? What was who scored got the team as? So who scored has Villa as a 4-2-3-1? I see what Villa doing. I always seem to see Watkins more in the centre alongside Ings. I mean, I could be wrong. But is it not a 4 with a midfield three of Ramsey? Well, I mean, I'll just build the formation here. Is it not that? Again, look, Watkins and Buendia down the centre. So it's like Watkins, Ings, Buendia, Ramsey, and McGinn. Well, you can't see what I'm pointing at. I'll use this. So Luiz, McGinn, Ramsey, Buendia, Ings, and Watkins. Because if it is that, which I think it is, I don't get why they've done that. Because against Wolves, whenever Wolves looked dangerous, it was using this flank and trying to get in behind the fullback, who was obviously leaving space as United came narrow and the wing backs went forward. And yet they've then gone, yeah, let's not try and use that width that was so effective against them last time. But here comes Danny Ings, puts the ball across to Hayek, collects well, and will look to move it on quickly, and he does go long, looking for Greenwood. Emi Martinez is out of his goal well, and finds Douglas Luiz, who will bring the ball back down under control for Aston Villa, and John McGinn will find Matthew Targett, who has enough time just to find the ball out to Matty Cash, and Villa have the ball under control in an area which is safe to have. Lovely ball through to Danny Ings here. Danny Ings is through. Puts it wide. Ollie Watkins get a touch and there's offside. Watkins puts the ball in the back of the net, but the offside flag is up. Villa, like I said at half time, Villa would come out in the second half much better than they have. And Victor Lindelof is now down injured, and we have no centre backs on the bench. Alex Telles is going to come on. Well, it looks like he's going to come on. Rashford is fucking dreadful. He is terrible. You are right. And I've said this for ages, he's rubbish. And nobody wanted to hear it. But he is. He is rubbish. Douglas Luiz. I'd actually bring Ahmad on, yeah. Lovely ball into Danny Ings. Poor touch. And Dallo will deal with it. But we're currently down to 10. As Lindelof is off the pitch. But here is Ollie Watkins. Can we get it clear? McTominay, just fucking boot it, mate. Boot it away. Bruno. What he does, what McTominay should have done, he just gets it down the line. It will run out for a throw-in, which means whoever's going centre-back, or if we're making a change or Lindelof's coming back on, that can happen. Chris Admus, having a chat with Ralph. Right, are we actually going to make a change, or what's going on with Tellez? Right, De Gea will go long. It's a rubbish. It's an awful kick from David De Gea, and it's out for a goes out for a throw-in. Long ball down the line. Varane just finds himself caught under it, but gets back on side well. And Lindelof did well originally. And Varane wins the ball first, finds Rashford. Rashford needs to do something well with it, and he does. Fred finds Greenwood, but Matthew Target, who followed him the whole time, wins it. Ezri Konsa's done well here. Konsa's driving it forward and through to our back line, shoots at the front post. And that was far too easy for Ezri Konsa to run at our back line and get that shot away from just inside the box. You know, I have to do more to close him down and win that ball back. And that's why we struggle, because that's a centre-back doing that. Change Ezri Konsa in that situation to, I don't know, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Thiago. Even someone like an Oxlade-Chamberlain, they probably score there. Or at least they do more than what Ezri Konsa did there. And obviously, you can make the excuse, oh, it's Ezri Konsa. You don't expect him to do something like that. But you do. And just because it's a player you don't expect to score or do something like that doesn't mean you shouldn't be doing better than that. It was so poor. I mean, Fred goes into the book there for a foul on. I swear your press is better than your defence. Depends what you mean by press. Yeah, I mean, if you mean footballing press, then I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one's particularly worse. If you mean by press like PR, our PR's fucking amazing. Rashford loses the ball. How has Rashford survived 65 minutes? Honestly. Get Ahmad on. He's just clattered someone now. He's fed up. I'll tell you what. Marcus Rashford just done a Roy Keane. He's fed up and just clattered somebody. Right, sorry. I was trying to find a little clip of Roy Keane. I couldn't find it. Just the clip of him going, "Oh, if I'm not having a good game, I might just go smash somebody. Just make myself feel better." That's exactly what Rashford just done. Luke Shaw gives away a silly free kick and goes into the book. Michael Oliver, have some shame, mate. Have some fucking shame. That's not a booking. What? Bloody hell. I've just seen some Southampton player, some fan, like broke his leg, so he can't now go to the game or something. And they were trying to get like I don't know what they were trying to get, but they added some Southampton footballer or player, and he just came back not with any sympathy or whatever, just be like, "Get over it, mate. You could be dying. It's only a fucking foot." Here comes Villa. Buendia gets out to Ramsey. Fuck off, Villa. Lindelof gets it clear. Villa are fucking dominating this second half. Dallas clattered somebody. Long ball looking for. Who knows? Go on, Rashford. Oh, he's so rubbish. He can't take a touch. Watkins. Matty Cash puts the ball in. Also Watkins on the edge. Goes one just wide. Fucking hell. Right. Right. So, what changes will everyone make? We're 70 minutes in at this point. Look, I really want Rashford to get back to his best. Donny's coming on for 21. Cavani. The Van der Beek's on for Donny. For Cavani, sorry. What is going on? Are we going to a false 9? Maybe. Something like that. Are we going to see Greenwood go up top. It would appear it's appear it would be this. Why are we playing a false 9? Bruno is playing as a false 9. Well, this is going to be fun, isn't it? Here comes Greenwood. Go on, Mace. Don't shoot. It's so rubbish. So rubbish and wasteful. Every time we get near the goal, one of our wingers are trying to score a worldie from the edge of the box. Stop it. Somebody teach them to pass and create. It's not about shooting every time you get to the edge of the box. Pick your moments. Pick your moments. Ball in behind. Here is Greenwood. And this time he has to score. Surely Greenwood... How did he not score? And Rashford, follow it up. Follow it up. He's just shot. It's fallen towards the penalty, pretty much near the penalty spot. And Rashford's walking, watching it. Follow it up. My God. You've got to fucking do better there. Another chance. We'll see it again here. Greenwood ran through, good shot. And Rashford, it's fucking near the penalty spot. Tyrone Mings has to jump over Emi Martinez while the ball's still rolling. And fucking Greenwood's watching it. How is Greenwood on this pitch still? Not Greenwood, Rashford. Is he coming off or is he just moping around? It better be the fucking foot. It better not be the latter. It's the latter. Of course it is. Right, we want this formation. So that's McTominay. That's now Van de Beek. Bruno. Just drop him in there. And we'll push both Rashi and Greenwood up. This. There we go. So, I'm just lost for words in this team. I'm just, honestly, what? Look, I've spoke about the bias of the English media towards the British players. Martial and Pogba get labelled lazy. Twice, Marcus Rashford has had the opportunity to bounce onto a free ball onto a rebound from a shot and has watched it and walked. That is lazy. That is terrible footballing, and that is not caring. Doesn't even make an attempt to try and get that ball. He's accepted he's not going to get it before he's even tried. And both times, I think if he goes for it, he probably can get there. Yes, he might not get to it, but getting there and not getting there isn't the point. It's about busting a gut to get there and actually trying. And it was only before this game he'd come out and said, "Oh, I care so much." I don't doubt he does care, but he's not showing it on the pitch, and that them chances are proof of that. You have to be gambling. You have to be trying all you can to try and get into them loose balls, and he's just not. I'm fed up of him, to be honest. I am. I'd sell him tomorrow. And El Ghazi's now coming on. Long ball. Donny van der Beek goes back into Dallo. Dallo just launches it down the line. Can we win the second ball? We can't. El Ghazi, Varane, good interception. Into Rashford. Loses the ball. He's rubbish. Get him off. Get him off. Fred. Lovely ball into Bruno Fernandes. Bruno looks for the return ball to Fred. Slightly overhit, but Fred will get there. Up against Ramsey and wins a corner. And again, I go back to what I was saying earlier about how players are labelled. I saw on Talk Sport, they were saying players like Pogba and Martial. I think on that occasion they were talking about Martial. They are the type of players that get the manager sacked. Well, the last manager we've had was sacked while Martial was injured, such not playing. Rashford was the star boy. Rashford today, and look, prove how bad he's been. Even the English media are saying how bad he's been, and how little desire, energy, anything they've put into this game. Yeah, I get under Mourinho. Come to the end of Mourinho's time, who was it that was hardly playing because he was every time he did play, he was letting him down? And who was the winger playing? Well, not even always playing, but when he did play, scoring goals, scored a brace against Chelsea, keeping him in a job. Martial, but he's the one that gets manager sacked. Who was the best player under Louis van Gaal in our last season at, or at least one of them? Anthony Martial. Ball comes in. Villa with, look, there's 8 minutes to go in this game, and Villa, they're going to feel like they can get a goal here. Ramsey. Watkins. But like, what's the excuse for Rashford today? That's what I want to know. And I don't want to keep on going at Rashford, but he has been absolutely dreadful. And look, he might get a goal. I don't think he will, but he might get a goal. And that, in most people's minds, will be like, he scored a goal, so that's all that matters. No, it's not that all that matters. Rashford's performance today is it's been almost like playing with 10 men. McTominay. Lovely dummy by Greenwood. Bruno. He just wants to run from Rashford, from Greenwood. But he's gone to feet. Sure. Just go alone, Luke. Finds Rashford. Puts the ball across. Well dealt with by Villa. Just so many boys in the box. Danny Ings will now look long for Ollie Watkins. Rafael Varane easily wins the header. Fred. Goes back into Victor Lindelof. Across to Varane. And with what? 6 minutes to go plus whatever stoppage time we have. We should see Manchester United into the next round, into a next round where we will face Middlesbrough. Lindelof will go long, looking for whatever his name is, Dallo. Lingard coming on for Bruno. We got some changes. So Harry's been given captaincy as Bruno comes off for Jesse Lingard. And I assume Ahmad? Come on. I think there was 2 subs. I think Ahmad was there as well. He's coming off! Rashford's off. Alanga, it is coming on. And Rashford head down, walks off the pitch. Look, it's not nice to see Rashford playing badly, but he has been dreadful today, and rightly so, coming off. And I'm not the type of guy to celebrate a play coming off. So, what does this mean? To probably go to a 4-3-3. So Greenwood go up top. Lingard there, Alanga there. No. We've got that. So Alanga on. I'm surprised Alanga's come on before Ahmad. Alright, so corner for Villa. No, that's Lindelof. Lingard there, and Elanga is on the left. It's all about seeing this game out. I'm surprised. I don't think Elanga is the type of player you bring on to see this game out, to be honest. I really don't. And look, Elanga's a good up-and-coming player, but for me, you don't bring on an 19-year-old? How old is Elanga? Yeah, a 19-year-old that has barely really played first team football at the moment. I think it's a brave shout. I mean, can he be Can he be worse than Rashford? I suppose that's the question you've got to ask. Ezri Konsa's got a nosebleed. Beautiful. Fuck off. BBC have given McTominay man of the match. I'm so bored of this of BBC. We pay we pay 160 quid a year in the UK for a TV license that all go to the BBC for their experts to give fucking McTominay man of the match. McTominay! Elanga wins the first header. Target heads it back into McGinn. McGinn goes over the top. Lindelof is there. And we should just deal with it, please. He goes down the line. Greenwood can't keep it up. I'm interested that obviously we've actually gone Lingard as a false 9 sort of thing, rather than put Greenwood up top in a normal 4-3-3. What does that mean for Greenwood's development as a striker under Ralph? Ball goes long. Luke Shaw should just deal with it. And the 6 minutes of added time. What's Virgil van Dijk done? I don't know. Van Dijk's been praised for something. I don't know why. Alright, Elanga. Go on, Elanga. Looks a bit cash. He does. Puts the ball into the box. There's just absolutely no one there. And that's why I'm confused. Put Mason Greenwood in the box. I think he's probably where that ball ends up. But Lingard's not a striker, so he's not in that position. But that was really good play by Elanga. I mean, he's better than Rashford's rating already. I haven't set up a preview show, but I probably will do one. I probably will do one. Ooh. Ooh-wee, Baba. Luke Shaw. Poor ball from Luke Shaw. And here come Villa again. Van der Beek with a good, strong challenge. And here's Lingard. Running into space. Finds Mason Greenwood. Back into Lingard. Looks to pull the ball across. Well defended by Ezri Konsa. And Lingard still has it. It's about just seeing this clock out at this point. And it looks like Manchester United are going to be able to do that. Here is Lingard again. Greenwood. Shoots from the edge straight at the keeper. From a positive situation, it looks like we are going to get the job done. And of course, that's always the main thing, isn't it? You might not play well, but you get the job done. I think United will do that today. But, I mean, I think there's still questions to be asked on the performance. You look at the chances that Aston Villa have had today. This game could quite as easily have finished 3-1 Aston Villa. But at the same time, you've got to be fair and even and level. We could have scored a lot more ourselves. Saying that, here comes Villa right at the death. El Ghazi has absolutely fucked it for him. Absolutely spooned it over. Over. You'd imagine that will be the game. Wouldn't you? You'd imagine that would be the game. Lingard flicks it across into Elanga. Go on, Anthony Elanga. Go on, Elanga. Did well. And it's out for a corner. Elanga's looked good since coming on. Honestly, look, throughout pre-season, I was I mean, look, there's the watch-alongs there to prove it. I was ranting and raving about Anthony Elanga. He was fantastic during pre-season. And all season, I've wanted him to get a chance. And I'm really happy because he has been very good today. Very, very good. And what? 30 seconds to go. United should be through. Long ball from Villa. With their 32. Is that Chunk Fred's fallen over, but he gets back up and wins the tackle. Fred finds Greenwood. Just give it into Varane, who can launch it long, and he does. And Varane, who's been fantastic today. For me, probably alongside with De Gea, the man of the match. And there we go, full time. Full time whistle goes. Manchester United have won the game. And of course, that is the important thing. We might not have played particularly well, but the job was done. And the goal from Scott McTominay is the goal that has done that. And for that, we have to be happy. We have to be glad and move on to into the next round with our hopes up. Middlesbrough, look, they're not great, are they, Middlesbrough? Let's be honest here. They've looked a lot better since Chris Wilder took over there at after Neil Warnock. But if we're looking at the championship table, hold on. There we go. They sit 7th, 39 points. They're a decent team, but they're not much more than that. We should, and I'll put the emphasis on should, beat them fairly comfortably. However, that's not how football works, is it? We know that. You look at Nottingham Forest, you beat Arsenal. They're in 9th. It won't be an easy game, but at the same time, we should beat them. And if we play at our best, I think we will beat them. And I think it could be a good opportunity for Manchester United to rotate a little bit. We go to United, we go to the player list. Look at the players we have. You make it, even if we're making it a B team. So, I mean, we'll keep De Gea in goal. Whether it's Wan-Bissaka or Dalot at right back. Bailly and Maguire or Jones or Lindelof. Midfield double pivot. A Donny van de Beek and a Matic. A front three of an Alanga, a Ahmad, a Jesse Lingard, a Martial, a Sancho didn't play today. I mean, you could throw Rashford in there. I don't want to see him. Greenwood. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to putting like a Hannibal Mabry. Obviously, Tellez. You got Choletire. All these players, plenty good enough to be beating Middlesbrough. And with some of these players, obviously Choletire probably isn't championship standard yet. I think probably Alanga is. Choletire might not be. But you can afford to have, I mean, we saw today with Rashford. You can afford to have someone who maybe not at that, who's not at the amazing required level. If they're going to work, for one. And for two, the rest of your team are playing well and have got a lot of quality. I think we should beat Middlesbrough. But look, you got to put respect on their name. It's the magic of the FA Cup. Upsets can happen. I agree, it was an undeserved win for United, but we don't care. We don't care. We've won. And that's all I care about for the time being. We will go over to a match reaction. I'll set that up in in the coming minutes, because that hasn't been set up yet. Because I didn't expect to be streaming today, as I said earlier. Anyway, so if you want to make sure you know when we do go live for that match reaction, that'll be in about 5 minutes, as I say. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you have hit that notification bell. So when we do go live over there in about 5 or so minutes, you are notified, and it will appear, of course, in your subscription box. Is that what it's called? Anyway, I'll see you all over there in about 5 or so minutes. In a bit. Peace.